Hello, my name is Chad Kassem from Acoustic Sounds, Analog Productions, and Quality Record Pressings. Tomorrow we're going to have a live stream video with Bernie Grundman from Bernie Grundman Mastering, Ryan K. Smith from Sterling Sound, Michael Ludwig from 45 RPM YouTube channel, and we're going to discuss many interesting things with Bernie and Ryan, mostly about what they think it takes to make the best sounding records possible. You know, what do they do? What do they require? What helps them make the best sounding records, you know, that they possibly can? And just try to pick their brain and just talk to the masters, man. Let them tell you what they do and why they do it and how they feel, you know. A lot of times it's just best to get it out the horse's mouth, you know. Everybody else, a lot of times, I see a lot of speculation on the forums, and, you know, a lot of people say things like, wow, you know, hey, it sounds great, so why do we care what it was mastered from? Well, my opinion of that is, if it sounded great, is that as good as it really could have sounded if it was done right in the best way possible? I really... But, you know, let's let the masters talk about what they do, not speculate or somebody else, you know, somebody that they really don't have a horse in the race, and they're just going to honestly speak honestly about their feelings, and it's going to be great, man. These guys are great. But some of the things we will talk about is, since this is being released on Monday, and we've sold probably about 33% of them already just in a few days. It's going to be 25,000, 45 RPMs, Miles Davis Kind of Blue UHQR. And since Bernie mastered this, we may talk a little bit about it, but we've talked to him a lot about it before, but we'll definitely mention this, let him know that it's being released and how much we appreciate what he did. We're also doing Acoustic Sounds Contemporary Series. Bernie got his first job, or one of his first jobs, at Contemporary. And he did a lot of mastering, and he worked for Lester Koenig. And this is one of the records that's going to be coming out. It's one of my favorite jazz albums. It's got the Miles Davis band with him. And this is such a beautiful stereo record label. I mean, I just love the colors of this thing. It's just such a great record, man. Such a pleasure to have the original, but we like the new reissue, man. Y'all gonna love it too. Sounds awesome. We'll talk to Bernie about this great record, and we'll talk to Ryan Smith about one of the latest releases. We get requests. This is a gatefold jacket. It was never a gatefold before. It's a beautiful, let me just show you what it, you know, this is the original, and this is our new one. Of course, you can see it's not a gatefold. Now, Ryan K. Smith had the original 3-track for this, and he did 3 to 2-track reduction mix down, and he did it from 3 to a 30-inch per second, half-inch tape, newly made master, and then he cut it from this. Sounds unbelievable, very accessible, very great sounding. There was some speculation and some rumbling going on the internet about you know, what George Marino did versus what Ryan did, and they both used the same 3-track tape, and they both made 2-track masters, which they cut from. Now, this thing sounds incredible. It's beautiful. It sounds great. It's accessible. And so does the 45. People were like, well, the 45 sounds a little bit better. I wonder if Ryan used the master. Yes, he did. And he did it the same way George did. It's just typically a 45 is always going to sound at least a little bit better. It should. It always should. So, you know, everybody that was reviewing and listening to it, making comments, they were hearing what they should hear. You know, the 33 is unbelievable. The 45 is just a little bit better. Maybe we talk to Ryan a bit about that. Ryan also cut another one of my favorite records, Louis and Ella. They do Moonlight in Vermont, Can't We Be Friends, Cheek to Cheek, A Foggy Day. Awesome record, highly recommended, very accessible. If you don't have this record, you need to get it. Promise, it's awesome. And it's in stock right now. Duke Ellington meets Coleman Hawkins in stock. Ryan Smith. Bill Evans Trio, awesome record, in stock, 65. Johnny Hartman and John Coltrane in stock, unbelievable record. John Coltrane and Duke Ellington. These are all mastered by Ryan K. Smith at Sterling Sound. These are all in stock. Highly recommend. Another one they just finished repressing. It's been out of stock for about 9 months or a year is the Louis Armstrong and Oscar Peterson. Highly recommended. Here's one that's going to be coming out. Louis and Ella and Louis again. It has Making Whoopee, Let's Do It, Autumn in New York. More classics that sound awesome, highly recommended. Bill Evans at Town Hall, another highly recommended. Oscar Peterson, Night Train, awesome record. Roy Haynes, Out of the Afternoon, another awesome record, highly recommended. And we're going to be doing this Pharoah Sanders Karma. Now this is a record that people have been begging me to do. It's not really in my swing zone. Typically, if you notice, on an Acoustic Sound series, I'll do like bluesy jazz or jazz that's very accessible or really famous, classic, famous, well-known records that people want. I usually don't go too much into avant-garde or things that aren't that accessible or that bluesy or too hard a bebop. You know, I usually like to stay with really good sounding things, sounds that have sound that has a lot of air and space and holes. This one, the sound quality ain't up to the standard of what I like to usually put out. And the music's a little further out there than the stuff I usually put out. But people asked for it. We did it. We did the best job we could on it. You know, if you like this kind of music, it's kind of like a Love Supreme, but a little further out. And not quite as good as sounding. And but people want it. We did it for them. Hopefully they enjoy it. We'll notice, we'll look at the sales, see how it sells, look at the reviews. But I'm always honest, and I tell people the way I feel. You know, I will twist your arm and break it if I believe that you have to have a particular record. It would be hard for me to tell everybody they have to have this record because it's more of a, you know, you have to have a taste for this. But there's a lot of people that love this, and we made it for them. Let's see what happens. Thank you all for supporting Acoustic Sounds, the Verve series, Acoustic Sounds Verve series, and the Acoustic Sounds Contemporary series. And hope to see you all tomorrow, man, where we talk with the masters about what they do, the tricks of the trade, what they consider, how to make the best record in their opinion, and just and ask them all the questions you might have. So hope to see you all tomorrow. Thank you very much. And if you want to see more videos like this, or you know, or what's coming out, go to Acoustic Sounds email, subscribe to our email list, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you.